What is going on out there, my Jet family? I appreciate you guys, like always, for tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. Exciting to have you guys here, and we have a special day because the man next to me, right over here, needs no needs no introduction. I mean, he's been absolutely amazing. Jet fans are just so excited to have him on the team, but I can't wait for you guys to, we're going to interview John Franklin Myers, the man that's been lighting it up.
Hey, no, it's an honor to be here, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So one of the first things we want to maybe talk to the people about, because it's always good to, get to know you guys. I know everyone's got a different story of, what got him into football and what motivated him, what makes him love it. So if you wanted to maybe, tell the people about your football origins, like when did you first start playing football? And maybe it was someone like specific in your life that got you into it, or maybe, what did get you into it?
I think, it all started. I moved to Texas from California. And then I was overweight when I got here, and I moved in with my grandpa. My grandpa just kind of like shut everything down. He didn't give us an opportunity to eat nothing bad. We were locked in. We had to play outside all day. And I think that kind of started it. And then, being in Texas, that's a religion out here is football, so you bleed football out here, so you get the opportunity to get around a bunch of people that love football, and you got no choice but to play. I was bigger than everybody else. So in seventh grade, I started, and my grandpa basically said, look, and my aunt also, if you're going to start something, you're not going to quit it. So started in seventh grade, and I think from there I just found how much I loved it. I wasn't the best player on the team or nothing like that, but I just liked playing it. And then from there, I just worked harder than everybody. I think I just continue to show up every day and try to learn more and get better at the sport and what I can do. And I kind of use that same approach now.
That's awesome, man. That's a great answer. That's awesome, with your grandfather, and it's nice when you have that connection to the sport. So, throughout all your football history, you've obviously been playing a long time when you were younger, your youth days, your collegiate days, your days in the NFL. Do you have one specific football memory that sticks out to you, or you remember as your favorite memory in football?
Probably going to the Super Bowl. Everybody who watches football can dream about the Super Bowl. We all Super Bowl Sunday is a thing, and it's a holiday itself, and you get an opportunity to play in that. And I was a rookie then, and I had a sack in the Super Bowl, and that's probably my favorite play I've ever had, just because I got to sack Tom Brady, and we all watch Tom Brady play, and I think that's something that everybody wants to do, and I got a chance to do it literally my first snap in the game. So that was a crazy experience, but really, that's the past. I'm looking forward to making better memories going forward with the Jets.
I love that, man. Fans are excited to hear that because you've been lighting it up. So, one thing specifically with fans, we haven't gotten to see Robert Saleh yet, with the Jets in person. We've seen him with the 49ers. So I was just wondering, if you could tell me from, meeting him, experiencing him, what have been some of your, first impressions of him? And is there anything specifically that he's said or done that just gets you amped, excited, you're ready to go?
I think honestly, and I don't want to sound wrong, but everything he does is different, Coach McVay was a great coach. I think Coach Gates was a good coach, and I think Coach Saleh he's different than both, pretty much everybody I've ever come in contact with, because he brings a different type of energy. And, all that get back coaching stuff you see on the sideline. I feel like he needs that on a daily basis, I can't say nothing bad about Coach Saleh so far, and I don't think anybody will ever say anything bad about him. He's the guy that he brings the energy. He's honest, and you don't see that a lot in this business, is the honesty that he brings to the table. And then, you just want to play for him. You want to just do everything for him. So, so far I love him, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
That's amazing, man. That's the awesome answer. Fans, love to hear that. But as obviously you've seen it, you've been out there, you've been experiencing it. The defense under the new quarter coordinating with our defensive new guys, we've now switched to a 4-3 scheme as opposed to a 3-4. So I was just wondering, in your personal opinion, do you feel that you're happier and better in this new formation in the 4-3 as opposed to the 3-4?
Man, honestly, I don't care what defense we play, goal line every snap. I don't care what we play. I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be out there. And I mean, I like 4-3, I like 3-4, I like football. Shit, you can put me in anything. I think I got a unique opportunity this year just because I get to move around a lot more than I did last year. And I think that always goes well for everybody. It's easier for offense when guy lines up in one place and he's going to be there every single snap. And then you get the opportunity to move guys around and put them in different positions. I think it helps the whole defense. So I'm looking forward to it. We added some people to the D line, and I mean that's an honor. It's a blessing to play with Sheldon and Vinny and Carl, Q, Foley, Shep, Bryce, like Jabari, Tanzel. We got some good players on there, and good competition, and we all make each other better. And I think that's what makes us so good. And going forward, hopefully, become a special defensive line in the NFL.
I agree. I love it. I mean, I think that's what fans are hoping for. And we definitely think you guys can. Like you said, you got a lot of talent there. It's exciting. But I think you kind of, answered it with the last question. You love ball. I mean, whatever works for you. Well, what's interesting,
like for DN, D tackle, nose, I play it all. I mean, I get to play end, I get to play 3-tech, slide in, play a little bit of nose here and there. So I think this defense is good for me. I mean, it helps my ball get off. It helps me, just lock in and key in. I'm not sliding a bunch of different places, moving around. I'm not, when I get set, I'm set and I'm getting off the ball and I'm attacking somebody. And I think that can make any defensive player a great defensive player.
It's a great answer, man. I think you like I said, you kind of answered it with, you're happy to line up wherever. So I guess my next question would be, does your style of play or the way you approach the position change when you line up like on the inside of the line versus the outside of the defensive line?
I think it does, just because last year was my first time I ever played inside. Like, I've never played interior defensive line. So when they put me there, I'm like, man, I'm not playing that. Like, I ain't never played that. I've been a stand-up D my whole life. Literally never went to 3-tech, not one snap. I played a little 4-eye at the Rams, but I ain't much played there. So it was a shock for me, but I got the opportunity, and Greg and Blake, Andre Carter, who my coaches, were like, look, man, you can make a lot of money. And ironically, before I even came in the NFL, Brian Cox, who's been a mentor to me my whole football career, told me I'd make a whole bunch of money playing 3-tech. And I'm like, man, no, that's not me, And sure enough, I had my best year of my career at 3-tech. So, I mean, I think inside I'm a little more finesse. I think on the outside, you see a lot more power. You see a lot more physicality on the outside. But on the inside, I get to use my quickness, my agility, my lateral movement, and I work on that on a daily basis here in the off season is my lateral movement. And you kind of see that with some of my inside moves and some of my jab steps that I'm able to use to kind of take advantage of the slower guards.
I like that. That's a great approach. Yeah. But you kind of mentioned it a second ago when you were hitting on, the last year on that interior, you had one of the best years of, your career in the NFL. And it's true, man. I got the numbers right here. They're awesome. You had 27 QB pressures last year, which was second on the team, only behind Quinnen. You had 11 QB knockdowns, which actually led the whole team. You were number one in the whole team in that. And then you were second on the team in 13 QB hits. So how did it feel, to play so well when finally given that opportunity, especially, in that unique option of the interior there?
Obviously, I look forward to that, and I look forward to the opportunity. All you can ask for is opportunity in life, and I've been telling everybody, and I told Joe Douglas myself. I said, "Look, man, like you give me this opportunity, I'm not gonna let you down." And and I meant that. From the time he claimed me off waivers, and they gave me that opportunity, and I just ran with it. I'm like, man, look, get me on the field, and I'm gonna show you. And from here on, I get a chance again to learn from guys who've played so much football in the NFL, who've done so much and done so well. I get a chance to play with these guys, and for me, I use that at my advantage because Vinny Curry's played some great football in the NFL, and he's playing the same position as me, and then Carl Lawson, different body types, but something I can learn from. Sheldon Rankins, again, different body type, but I can learn so much from him. Foley teaching me so much about the run. Tanzel Smart, he's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in my life, and he makes me work harder than I've ever worked since I've been there, so being around Tanzel, Foley, even Shep, Shep brings a whole bunch to his game. So I think, really, man, it's an honor to be in this position I'm in, and I'm just trying to use that to my advantage and capitalize off my opportunities.
So I know some, edge rushers have a favorite or a pass rush move they think they're the best at. I don't know if maybe you felt that way in your, pass rush repertoire.
Uh, well, I'll probably say like double swipe. I inside, outside. I think that's a move you can use at any point in time. You can stutter with it. You can just run and swipe. You can do. You can do it so many different ways and so many variations to that. And then obviously you had a bull rush, which I could do inside or outside. And most sacks in the NFL come off power anyway. So that's just something that you have to be able to do in order to get the sack. So this year, hopefully I can do a little bit more of that and use that as a change up. But that's my, I guess, double swipe and a bull rush.
Those are some great moves, man. You're doing well, as we've seen. Jet fans definitely saw that last year. So another interesting question, players, they always have different things that motivate them, whether it's family or, something young that happened. I was just curious, like when you get on the field, when you're getting into it, like what motivates you? Like what gives you that push to be as great as you can be?
Again, I told these people I wasn't gonna let them down, and I think that's part of my motivation is, I can't let nobody down. I can't let myself down, and again, I get an opportunity, and I gotta make the most of my opportunities because these opportunities don't come for everybody, and they don't come often. So you get that opportunity, you take advantage of it, and you make the most of it. And I know I got a son back home. I got a family to feed. A whole bunch. Shoot, my grandpa's looking down on me now, and I'm doing this for him because he's the reason why I'm here at the point of my life. So whole bunch of motivation for me. But my son, I play football, so he don't have to work. He don't got to play football. He don't got to do nothing if he don't want to. And that's where I'm at with it, and I'm gonna make sure that happens.
So another interesting thing, we tend to like fans and through media, we hear a lot from Robert Saleh, but we don't hear as much from like Jeff Ulbrich. I think we've only heard from, maybe once, possibly twice. So I was wondering from, your personal experience on the field, what can you tell us about Coach Ulbrich? Like how would you describe him as a person, his energy, his coaching style?
Coach Brick, he's a lot like Coach Saleh. You talk about a high energy guy that you just gotta work for. Like it's crazy because it's some people make it hard to show up to work, and you get around guys like this, and you look forward to showing up to work every day, and you look forward to putting a good product on the field because you don't want to let these guys down. And Brick is another guy like that. He just demands it out of you. The ball. We're after the ball. We're getting after the ball. He's teaching us how to be better tacklers. He's teaching us, how to take the ball away even more. How to attack people, how to get after people, and I think it's just. It's a different level of intensity, and I love that about Coach Brick because, again, he makes me want to come to work every day and show him.
So one guy I know, I don't think we've actually got to hear anything about or heard from is the new defensive lineman coach, Aaron Whitecotton. So I was wondering, kind of same question. Like if you could, tell us about him, your experience with him, what you've noticed about his style.
Coach Whitecotton, I mean, he does a good job, honestly. Like he's one of the better coaches that I've been around and that I've got a chance to learn from. I mean, even now, like my ball get off is different. I mean, I'm Vinny Curry has one of the best ball get offs I've ever seen in my life. Carl Lawson and Sheldon, I mean Q, but like Vinny's is a step above everybody's I've ever seen, and he's played in this kind of defense, and he's learning from Coach Whitecotton. So I get a chance to learn from Coach Whitecotton to get my ball get off better, and then Vinny comes and backdoors that and helps me even more. So I mean, Coach Whitecotton teaches us pass rush moves. He teaches us how to stop the run. I mean, we're all like getting off the ball so much better. We're attacking people. We're knocking people back. I mean, oh man. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy working for him. Again, he's another guy that you want to show up and you want to give your best to. I mean, we go out, we do our defensive line individual, and everybody's watching us. And he's got the crowd, he got the owners and everything else over there, and I mean he's turning it up a notch. I mean, oh man, I enjoy it. I enjoy competing. I mean, I enjoy the atmosphere.
So since the Jets claimed you off waivers back in September of 2019, have you felt, since you were a draft pick earlier, that you have a chip on your shoulders and you have something you want to prove out there? Does that help motivate?
Uh, I mean, I don't think I had to prove anything. I'm out there because, I love playing football and I know what I can do, and my teammates know what I can do. My coaches know what I can do. And, I got to go out there and I got to put a good product on the field regardless, and that's just what I plan on doing. I think, again, I just need an opportunity, and I'm going to keep saying that, you get opportunity, you make the most of it. And I live by that and I die by that. I'm going to keep doing that and keep getting better, keep learning from guys who have played more than me, who've played better than me. I mean, Aaron Donald still talk. Me and Aaron Donald, me and Michael Brockers talk to Morgan Fox, talk to Sebastian Joseph Day. I talk to all those guys, because those guys have put great products on the field. Those guys can help me get better, so why not? Why not bounce ideas off each other? We all go against the same guys. We all know their weaknesses, their strengths. So we talk about that and we get better. We help each other get better.
So you mentioned before, last year you had one of the best seasons of your career. I mentioned the stats. They're great. It's exciting. Jet fans are excited about you. And as we all know, you're only 25. I mean, your career is really just starting to begin. So, this is really the beginning of what we can start to see. So I was wondering if you had, maybe a message for Jet fans, or, wanted to let them know like what they could expect from you this upcoming season.
Man, I can't tell the future, but man, what I can say is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna help this team get some wins on the board. I'm gonna go out there and we're gonna do our best to put a good product on the field. I mean, again, we're working our ass off right now. And I'm speaking for everybody. I know we are. I know our coaches demand that. I know what we're talking about. We sending videos to each other. We're competing even in the off season, and that's stuff that I ain't seen before. On Super Bowl team I've been on, the Rams, and I'm talking, we send videos to each other competing, and I mean everything's a competition, and I enjoy that. And that's a nice atmosphere, because we're all making each other better. So again, I mean, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna put our best foot forward, and continue to get better.
Love it, man. As a fan, I'm excited. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what you bring, man. So, last thing before we get going, just, outside of football, I was wondering if you want to, let the people know like what you like to do when you're not playing football. Like, what are some of your hobbies?
I mean, my hobby, I'm simple, really. Shoot, I'm gonna go to the movies. I like to eat. I think that's probably my biggest hobby is I like to eat. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I work out so much. I'm like, man, I look forward to when I can just chill and eat something bad. So I'm gonna eat the French fries and the hamburgers. If kids are watching, don't eat none of that. I only eat salad and grilled chicken. But no, me personally, man, I like to eat, go to the movies, hang out with my son when I can. when football season makes it hard. So try to hang out with him as much as possible. But hey, eat some more, throw in some cookies in there. That's about all I like to do.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, I'm not on the working out as much section, but I am on the eating. So
Hey, we can
I
all
feel
do
you.
it.
Yeah, man. But it was an absolute pleasure and a treat having you. I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're so busy with camp and everything, getting ready for training camp. But man, fans are excited about you. They can't wait to see what you bring on the field. I want to thank you again for coming and being here and taking part.
Oh no, thank you for the opportunity, man. I look forward to, hopefully meeting you in person, meeting some of the other fans in person. I mean, we got fans in the stadium now, so get that thing rocking this year. Shoot, we can do our thing, man.
Yeah, man, you mentioned it. Fans in the stadium. It's exciting. They're coming back. The fans are going to be there. That place will be a rocking, and I'd love to meet you. That's definitely something I'd love to do.
It's gonna happen, man. It's happening. I appreciate the opportunity again. Seriously.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure, man. So, guys, I appreciate you, like always, for tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. All the information's on the bottom. You can see where to follow me, where to hit me up. As you know, we're every Monday, so tune in next Monday. But again, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the interview and have a wonderful, wonderful